Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I guess this week I'm channeling my inner teacher. I mean, school year's ending, might as well just do stuff that's school related. Sure, why not? So I've done the spread of Islam, and I've done mean, median, range. So now I just need a science thing and a ELA thing to do language arts. So for our science thing, we're doing Continental Drift and other things because, yeah. Like half of this is continental drift, the other half is topics related to it. So, ever wondered why the Earth has continents? Well, the short answer is continental drift. And from Google, here's a big quote. Yes, I use Google. I use Google for all my evidence. Yeah, super reliable, guys. Totally use it. That was sarcasm. Never use Google because for media. Use Britannica. But basically, in other words, continental drift is the concept that all continents were once connected but moved away from each other because of tectonic plates. So, Legos, a puzzle. Now, basically, some of these words may seem complicated because I've mentioned words like tectonic plates, ooh, continents, ooh, they're not complicated. I'm in sixth grade. These are obviously not complicated terms. So, this is an Earth map. Yeah, super nice. So from this Earth map, you can see that some of the parts of the Earth look like they can fit into each other, like a puzzle, because I just said that. And guess what? This is true. Your eyes do not deceive you. The Earth is basically one big puzzle. As you can see here, most looks like. So you see the east side of South America. Looks like right here. Looks like it could fit right here into the west side of Africa. Looks like we could just like puzzle piece it together. Yeah. Also, Madagascar looks like it could fit somewhere here. Here, North Carolina. I live there. Epic. The east coast of the U.S. and I guess Morocco kind of looks like it'll fit. And you also might wonder why the Himalayas aren't there. And this part of Australia, I forgot this area. I'm not good at history totally. This is like I don't know. I know this is Perth, but like looks like this southern area will connect here kind of. So the Himalayas, right? So you might be wondering why that thing is a thing. Uh, guess what it's related to? You already saw it, plate tectonics. So or continental drift. So during the Mesozoic era of Earth, basically dinosaurs, India, right here, was connected to Africa, right here. It was like a big landmass down south. Eventually, it split, cracked like this, and then moved up, and it kind of just pushed into Asia, causing a bunch of mountains. Yeah, right here. So it's right here. Up next, why does it go in there? Actually, no. Up next, as I mentioned, India and big landmass. Yeah, this is the big landmass. It's called Pangea. Pangea, Pangea. Hey, wait, no, not that. Pangea. So, in dinosaur ages or Permian ages, the Permian came right before dinosaur ages, Mesozoic. It was like the beta stage, the alpha version, 0.1 edition, the pre-testing phase of Earth of the modern continents of the dinosaur age. That's what the Permian was. And you can see here, it was all connected. But in the Triassic, start of the dinosaur ages, you can see everything splitting. You can see America splitting from Africa and Europe. This whole northern thing is called Laurasia. Okay. There's this cool sea, which is like the Mediterranean. I don't know how to say that. Tethys, I guess. Down here, pretty complicated. They called it Gondwana land. Gondwana, I think it's somewhere in Africa. I can't remember. You can see South America is going away from Antarctica, which basically stays in the same place for like forever. And Africa, these are splitting away from each other. And it's also splitting away from Europe and Arabia, this area, Middle East will kind of go back up there. You can see here, this is India. It's gonna smash right into Asia, right there. Probably right here. And this is Australia. It's gonna move away from all of them. This was 200 millimeters. 200 MYA. We go to the Jurassic. The same thing. Everything starts to move away. This is Europe. This moves away even more. Even more. Even more. You can see India's drifting through the water like a boat. Like India's like a boat. Like basically, Africa's like a dock, and then India's like a boat, and it goes away, and it goes up into the other dock. Here, yeah, great analogy. Maybe that's a good ELA topic. Anyway. Bless you. Anyway, this is the Cretaceous, when the dinosaurs all died. Like I said, you can see it separating even more. At this point, South America is more defined. Africa is also more defined, and you can see here that definitely looks connected. So I was right. I was right this whole time. I saw Madagascar doing its thing. The penguins, no, let me think about this. No, obviously not. India moving more up north, as well as Australia. You see, this whole time it looks like the Antarctica stayed in the same place. That's because it kind of has. And we get the modern day, everything's separated, and it's probably still moving. Let me predict. Australia is gonna fuse into Asia. North America is gonna fuse into Asia. Take like Siberia, which is like that big part of Russia that's super cold. This is gonna fuse back together. This is gonna pull away more. It's gonna become Pangea 2.0. It's the sequel. Now, why are these moving? Because layers. We'll get the layers after this, but these are the actual tectonic plates. I keep talking about tectonic plates. Here we go. These are the actual tectonic plates. You can see Indian plate. This is the Himalayas. Arabian plate. Yeah. The Somali plate. Yeah, this thing is probably gonna go away from Africa. I feel like it will. South American plate. There's small plates that really don't matter. I feel like. Kind of. Wande Fuka. That was not a bad word. I tried saying it. Pacific plate, Antarctica, Australia. Yeah, we get it. Well, these are the actual tectonic plates, and now it makes more sense of why everything was connected, because they moved around and stuff. Now, why do these move around, huh? What is the reason for this? Layers. This is just one layer of many. Turns out Shrek was right about ogres, onions, and the earth, because everything has layers. Humans probably have layers too. Actually, biology? Should have been. No. I'm not doing this anymore. So there's the crust at the top, which is like tectonic plates and stuff. There's continental crust, oceanic crust, which is a bit thinner. Yeah, crust. Then there's the mantle. It's underneath. It's like the crust. This is all mantle. This is all mantle. It's like the crust that feels hotter and more molten. The bottom is more molten. The top is still solidified. And because of it being kind of liquidy, that makes the crust, the tectonic plates move and stuff. That's probably incorrect. After that, there's the core. It has the liquid part and the solid part. But why is it solid? Why is it solid? Because basically the pressure inside that deep into the earth is so much pressure. There's too much pressure to the point where the liquid solidifies into solid. Well, liquid, solids, gases and stuff. Those are states of matter. States of matter video coming soon. I don't know, maybe. And so, how do these all like move? What do you call it separating? What do you call it moving together? What do you call it like when they're like zigzag? Yeah. Well, these are boundaries. There are three types: there's divergent, convergent, and transform. So there is divergent, convergent, transform, like I just said. So divergent is spreading, as you can see here. It's when two landmasses kind of separate. And what it does is it creates stuff. It creates more land because they're separating and there's more land underneath that's exposed in the ocean. Yeah. And it's a ridge. It forms a ridge, a rift. You can see here. And a convergent is subduction. That's what happens. Basically, they push into each other. They push into each other, as you can see here. One goes under the other. One goes under the other. The other rises up above it, causing mountains. This is like India and Asia. Divergent is like South America and Africa. Transform is when they slide, sliding across each other. Not like parallel. They slide parallel to each other, and they all form earthquakes, which is not that cool. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, you know how I said the Earth has layers? Guess what else has layers? The air! Turns out the air has layers too. So yeah, there is a troposphere, the stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere, and the exosphere, which is not on this diagram, but I found in Google. So yeah, it has layers too. So in the troposphere, most clouds form here, and people live here because there's a bunch of oxygen. It gets colder the more you go up the troposphere. But in the stratosphere, the opposite happens. As you can see here, it gets pretty cold, but then actually gets hotter in the stratosphere. I don't know why. I didn't do that yet. I didn't research it yet. But the stratosphere has the ozone layer. It absorbs the UV rays from the sun and turns it into heat energy so that we won't die. Yeah. The jets fly in like the lower area of the stratosphere, upper area troposphere. There's some smaller clouds, but overall, clouds mostly are troposphere kind of things. There's the mesosphere. It's pretty cold here, and the air is pretty thin. Most meteors kind of just burn up here and just don't exist. Mostly. There's a thermosphere. Satellites usually orbit here, and it's even colder, and the air is even thinner. Finally, there's an exosphere, not listed, but there's like no air. It's very, 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 very to the power of 100. Kind of very thin air, and air is leaking out of this layer. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So yeah, this is basically geology, geography, not geology, continental drift, and how continental drift is related to everything because everything moves because of layers and stuff. So that's about it. Subscribe, like, share. Does anyone say share? Hit the bell button and share this with others so you can learn using most likely inaccurate information. Take this information with a grain of salt. It might be inaccurate. But that's about it. So